I'm going to let you in on how the special blend of branding and marketing works best for restaurants and how to do it in a way that wins you repeat customers while leaving your competition slack-jawed. Let's get into branding and marketing for restaurants. Special blend exposed right now. Hey, what's up everybody? It's Stacy Sturino from Restaurant Shortcut with another video that'll help you grow both your restaurant's social media and its profit margin. Welcome back to the channel. For the new people here who have no idea who I am, over the years I've worked with multiple 6-figure and 7-figure food service establishments to help them grow their businesses via social media. My work has led to features in the Wall Street Journal, ABC, NBC, CBS, Fox News, and more. If this is your first time here and you want to learn the tips and tricks of commanding diners' attention, which is ever more focused on their social feed, where your restaurant needs to be found, start now by smashing that subscribe button and clicking the bell notification so that you don't miss a thing. Okay, let's dive into branding and marketing for restaurants. Special blend exposed. Now, as a restaurant owner, you may already know that branding really boils down to an experience that you're promising to your restaurant's ideal customers. I call those people your taste tribe. So perhaps you may also know as a restaurateur that your eatery's brand, to be really effective, should have 7 different elements fleshed out so that it will actually demand your taste tribe's attention when they encounter your restaurant's social media posts online. I've done a playlist covering all 7 branding elements, one video at a time, so make sure you check them out. That said, I'm pretty sure from a restaurant owner's specific perspective, you may not have known that you really shouldn't start a marketing campaign for your business until your branding is properly established, or anything you do from live streams to pre-produced videos, still images of your restaurant or its delicious dishes, or even seemingly simple tweetables and quote cards will likely just fall flat with your intended audience. Why? Your 7 branding elements, once fleshed out, should suffuse every bit of your marketing to make it and your restaurant distinctively different. Otherwise, it's going to get lost in the digital sea of sameness when it comes to content today. Therefore, you have to have a blend of both marketing and branding to be successful. If you're treating branding like some two-dimensional thing that comes down to a logo, a color scheme, and a decor you select, and that's it because you think your food should speak for itself, well, no wonder the ads you run and the other marketing that you do is bringing in lackluster results. That's why the proper branding and marketing for restaurants involves a special blend of all 7 branding elements that informs every piece of organic and paid content that you put out on social media and will over time, when blended properly, give you all the organic and paid reach that you were expecting you might get for your money, time, efforts, or all 3. As a restaurant owner though, you may find this next piece of advice surprising. Your restaurant's brand rituals, one of the 7 branding elements I mentioned, are a great difference maker in terms of increasing the KLT factor that you have with your taste tribe. I call the KLT factor the know, like, and trust factor. The greater this factor comes into play, the better your brand will do. Even though you may be a mom and pop restaurant with a single location, you're still a brand. Today, there's no getting away from that fact. And if your target audience doesn't get to know, like, and trust your restaurant brand, you're done. See, if your taste tribe doesn't feel excited about your restaurant to start with, your posts showing pictures of your food alone somehow might not entice them to give your place a try, as there's a ton of other fish in the sea of content that's already gracing their feeds. They'll move on from anything your restaurant just throws up on their feed when they come across it. And fast. So you want to do anything that you can to make your Taste Tribe feel like they would be part of a big, happy community if they came to know, like, and trust your restaurant brand and everything it stands for, and then actually become a customer and a regular part of that big, happy community. Restaurant brand rituals can help you do that. Rituals are activities that occur when your Taste Tribe members can enjoy them at your food service establishment and possibly nowhere else. And at this point, you might be scratching your head going, but I'm a restaurant. People come, eat good food, get good service in a nice clean location, and that's the ritual, right? No, boring. That's what everybody does. To stand out from the competition today, you need to establish a ritual related to just your restaurant and the overall brand experience that your Taste Tribe will have when they patronize your place. Let me give you a non-restaurant example, and then we'll tie in an actual client of mine to see what they do so that you can understand how this ritual-backed branding and marketing blend of activity can work for your restaurant. Apple, at least twice a year, will launch an iPhone or some other product, and Apple will limit the supply, at least in the beginning, so that a sense of urgency is created. They know that Apple fans will line up outside their stores to get involved in the excitement and to brag to everyone they know that they got the next hot new thing. Something like this equals a fun ritual for Apple's target audience because they're connected to the overall brand experience that Apple's audience wants delivered to them. And for sure, Apple's taken the time to research that target audience enough to know the exact way in which they want their tech-driven needs to be met. For Apple, tech geeks love to be the first to the table on what's cutting edge, while simultaneously enjoying the company of their fellow nerds on product launch day. But wait, you're a restaurant, not a tech company. So what do you do to create your own ritual for your Taste Tribe? Well, remember, rituals are behaviors that people perform regularly. For you as a restaurant, that part's easy. People need to eat on the regular, right? So the correct branding blended into your marketing strategies, both free and paid, will of course play off of that. You'll also weave into those marketing strategies the specific branded experience that your Taste Tribe is looking for, that your cuisine-related competitors either aren't providing or aren't doing a great job of providing. So you'll market yourself as either the only choice or at the very least the better choice for a given experience involving certain behaviors. Here's an example to flesh this out. Joe's Dairy Bar and Grill's brand experience is for families, especially busy moms who are overbooked and need to feed kids while somehow finding quality time to be with said kids, as they otherwise run them around to after-school activities, etc. Joe's creed says, Joe's Dairy Bar and Grill, over-the-top food for over-the-top memories with the ones you love. By the way, need help creating your own catchy creed for your restaurant? I've made a video on that, which you can access right here. But back to branding and marketing for restaurants, Special Blend Exposed. Here's the deal. One of Joe's Dairy Bar and Grill's rituals includes having a 10-piece, limited time seasonal menu of dishes that's only around for a few weeks. They're family friendly, definitely Instagram selfie worthy, so both moms and kids are excited to eat the offerings and take pictures and videos with them to brag that they get them to everyone they know before the limited time menu is gone. The marketing efforts of Joe's Dairy Bar and Grill weaves into it all 7 branding elements simultaneously. And when a limited edition collection is around, we'll definitely stress that the fabulous foodie fun will be here and gone in a matter of weeks. So Taste Tribe members, get in on the action before it's too late. And Joe's tells them to brag it up to their other busy mom friends so that they aren't left out in the cold. And they do. The lines at Joe's can be ridiculous nowadays, which is unbelievable for a place that was lucky to make 6 figures at all only a few short years ago. Now, it's a super profitable dining delight. But that only happened because Joe's Dairy Bar and Grill blended its branding and marketing efforts and, where applicable, cashed in on the ritual of people dining on limited time dishes that were also dialed into what Taste Tribe members of Joe's want in the first place: over the top food to create over the top memories with loved ones. So be sure that you're encouraging your audience to consume your food regularly in a ritual based way, and make those marketing efforts fun and communicated in a way that speaks specifically to the wants and needs of your Taste Tribe alone. So if you did your target audience research properly, you've got all of this information on lock. You totally can make a ritual that your Taste Tribe will love. What if you're struggling with coming up with a ritual though? Once you've got the other 6 out of 7 elements of your branding solidified, I bet you'll be able to circle back around and successfully brainstorm the proper ritual for your restaurant brand. Here are a few additional tips to help you out. First, make sure that you're delivering through your social media marketing your overall brand experience on a regular basis. If you're not doing this, no one is going to know, like, and trust your restaurant enough to care that it has one or more rituals going on. Second, do whatever you can to encourage your Taste Tribe to join your community. In fact, use the word community wherever you can. Give them easy to click on links to join your email list, your Facebook group, and more. Rituals have better staying power when there's a community around to enjoy them. Third, make sure that you have a strong reason why someone should choose your restaurant over any other one out there. Are you more fun? Do you give more information about your ingredients, how they're sourced, and how that's reflected in the price and the bigger picture that's important to your Taste Tribe? Are you better priced than the competition? Is your quality higher than that of your competitors? What makes you different and what makes you better? Make sure the words you use in your ritual and in your community blends these concepts in to reinforce them. That drives up the KLT factor even more. Fourth, remember that ritual is about the people who do it. It's not about your restaurant itself. Pushing your restaurant alone feels salesy. Pushing a fun or exciting ritual doesn't, because the accent mark is on your audience. And let's face it, they care about themselves more than your restaurant or any other brand per se out there. Fifth, rituals should be done regularly. It won't feel like a ritual if you don't. So Joe's Dairy Bar and Grill will come out with a 10-piece product line of dishes every few weeks, but they'll definitely retire one and have a slight break before the next limited menu is launched. Sixth, your ritual should be easy and fun or people won't do it. Remember, when it comes to sales, facts tell but emotions sell. Make your ritual fun, or otherwise make sure it involves people's emotions, tugs at their heartstrings, and gets them excited in a way that speaks to their specific wants and needs. Finally, your restaurant ritual should be something that's easy to share. In the case of Joe's Dairy Bar and Grill, encouraging their followers to post and share pictures of a limited edition dish and use a certain hashtag while doing it on Instagram and Twitter fits that bill. Want my restaurant shortcut quick start guide that'll cover some of my most effective tips and tricks to build your restaurant brand? Well, you can find it at the link below this video. Check it out and you'll learn tips on how you can be efficient and effective with your restaurant's social media content so that it acts as free advertising and so that you're constantly building your list of customers while also building your restaurant's fan culture that'll support you no matter what the economy looks like. And learn even more ways to grow your restaurant's social media by hitting the like button below, smashing the subscribe button, and clicking the bell notification so you don't ever miss a thing. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time, my restaurateur entrepreneurs.